Have you ever wondered what would have happened if Itoshi Sae chose Isagi to play with him for U-20? Why would Isagi be picked over Shido? You're going to be in for quite a ride, so make sure to continue watching this video until the end. It all starts in chapter 89 after Kunigami and Shido's altercation. Shido proposes to have a game of football against Kunigami as he believes that Kunigami could be one of the players that can keep up with his explosiveness due to his hero mentality. Kunigami accepted this offer instantaneously since he really did not like his underhanded way of doing things. Ryo says that it was a good idea since he wanted Shido as well, since he was a strong player. However, Kunigami says that he isn't playing against Shido to steal him, but to get a strong and psychotic player like him out of bluelock. Ryo insisted on keeping Shido, but he realized that maybe having Shido really was going to be a thorn on their side. Why would a really good player like him lose and not get chosen? Ryo realized that Shido would just hold them back, so why not get him out themselves before he meets somebody that evolves into a different beast? The game kicks off and Shido instantly rushes Ryo, which causes him to pass it to Kunigami. However, it was intercepted by Igarashi. Kunigami then questions him why he's still trying to win. He thought that Igarashi wouldn't want to be stuck with a psycho like him. Igarashi replies, saying that he believes that he has a higher chance of becoming the best striker when playing with Shido than Kunigami and Ryo. Kunigami brushes it off and rushes into Igarashi to steal the ball back, but then Igarashi then brings out his weapon and dramatically draws a foul. As the play restarts, Igarashi accidentally passes it a bit too high to Shido. He then panics and instantly yells out his apology in advance. Shido is confused about why he is apologizing as the pass that he made was perfect for a life form like him. He then performs a bicycle kick to score the first goal. Kunigami and Ryo were then too stunned to speak as they both realized why Igarashi would rather team up with that demon. The rest of this story would be similar to my video entitled, "What if Kunigami and Ryo beat Shido?" So, I do not plan on changing the entire flow of the match, only the results. Go check out that video if you want to know what happens in that situation as well. Aside from that, do not forget to like and subscribe to let me know that you want more content like this. I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so please help me out as it really gives me motivation to pump out more videos like this for you guys. The game starts to seem one-sided as Shido continues to dominate the field. He even starts to get bored because Kunigami was not playing up to his expectations. This made Shido a bit complacent as he lost his excitement from his altercation with Kunigami. Because of Shido's dominance as they go up 3-0, Kunigami's morale drastically decreases as he starts to lose hope. However, Ryo reminds him about being the football hero that he always wanted to be. A comeback would then slowly start. With Ryo's intelligence, he easily reads Igarashi's moves as he knows that he is trying to get a foul to give his team an advantage. Both Kunigami and Ryo then get a feel of the game and build up momentum to rack up points on the board. The game was suddenly tied at 4-4. The potential last play of the match then commences. Igarashi decides to try to end it instantly by passing it to Shido. However, Ryo reads the play and deflects the ball. The ball then lands by Kunigami but is being pressed by Shido. Despite this, he was able to overpower him and get past. Kunigami's superhero ideal would eventually overcome Shido as he scores the winning goal and proves Shido wrong. He was impressed by Kunigami's performance as he actually gives credit when it is due. This rivalry would be far from over as Shido was wrong about Kunigami and that he wanted to experience that exciting feeling once more. He found him fun and interesting as he thought that everybody else was boring, so he looked forward to playing against him again in the future. Kunigami barely acknowledged him and chose Igarashi to be on their team for his decent team play with Shido and ability to do the dirty work. This low-key frustrates Shido. However, he is more frustrated by the fact that he potentially cannot play with people in the same level as him anymore. This would then lead to Shido entering the Wildcard project. The World 5 arc storyline would just remain the same as they get completely destroyed. The only difference is that Kunigami would be able to score against the World's 5 instead of Shido. Fast forward to the third selection arc, we see the clear teams being introduced. Isagi is glad as they announce Kunigami as the final player to enter in the 7th clear team. Before Igo Jinpachi chooses the Blue Lock 11 that will go against the U-20 team of Japan, he announces his top 6 players who he will build their team around. The number 1 player would be Rin Itoshi. The number 2 player would surprise you as Kunigami takes the spot. Instead of Shido, Kunigami replaces his spot. His involvement during his match against Shido has taken effect during the rest of his matches to get past the second selection. He was the leading scorer of the 7th clear team with Ryo by his side. He was also one of the only players to score against the World 5. With this, Team A would be comprised of Rin Itoshi and Kunigami. and Isagi would still end up playing with Team A while having Rin Itoshi and Kunigami to chase, as he feels like Kunigami is his rival because of how he has evolved. As the first match against Team B is about to begin, he is paired with Hayori and Nanase, and they will be facing Chigiri and company who are led by Karasu and Otoya. The game starts, and Team A's plays have been very systematic and clean with the help of the trio, especially Isagi and Hayori, who I believe is a very underrated passer, thereby assisting goals towards both Rin Itoshi and Kunigami. However, Karasu is aware of Isagi's weak points and exploits it for most of the game. Karasu and Otoya have shown to be a powerful and underrated duo. The game was going back and forth, but with Isagi not being able to do much in the first half, Isagi found ways to contribute without the ball by drawing attention away and opening up space for both Rin Itoshi and Kunigami as he could read the field. He did his best to always get to contribute to the attack. Towards the final play of the game, Rin Itoshi receives the ball from Isagi as he was wide open. However, Chigiri and Otoya instantly pressed him as Karasu saw that play coming. This forced Rin Itoshi to pass the ball to Kunigami, who was open on the other side. But with the defense literally on him, the pass was not the most accurate. However, Isagi read Rin's play and knew where the ball would land. He uses Karasu's blind spot to sneak past him and uses the opportunity to create his own moment to score a goal. Fast forward to after the matches were finished, Igo Jinpachi would announce the roster for the Blue Lock 11 who would be going against Japan's U-20 team. As the roster was announced, Isagi was not part of the Blue Lock 11. This was because Sae Itoshi was not satisfied with U-20's forwards. That is why he would only play for Japan's U-20 under one condition. He wanted the egoist Isagi Yoichi. As he watched the film of Isagi's match against Team B, he was impressed by multiple factors of Isagi's performance. He not only scored the winning goal, but did everything that he could to contribute in the pitch. He was able to read Rin's playstyle that would even lead him to his goal. While the rest of the players were in the moment trying to get the ball, Isagi used the moment to score the ball. He realized that Isagi was the heart of the team that led to the rest of the other goals that Rin and Kunigami got. As Sae and Isagi went to meet the team, Isagi was nervous as he knew that he needed to prove himself to the U-20 team. However, as practice went on, they acknowledged his eagerness to win and adaptability to whatever situation. Instead of being on the bench, just like Shido, he would be starting as a forward with Sendo. When the actual game starts, it is not very fun for Isagi. About half of the Blue Lock team know Isagi's playstyle very well. Rin, however, has extreme hatred for Isagi as he was the one picked by Sae. Sae would be testing out both Isagi and Sendo. However, they both struggle to get things going, and Sae decides to set the tone by scoring a goal by himself from the corner early in the match. This would shock everybody, especially Isagi. Despite this, Blue Lock pushed the pace with Chigiri leading the charge as everybody was still in shock after the miraculous goal by Sae. With a pass to Rin, he seems tempted to shoot, but with him being pressed by Aiku, he decides to pass it to Nagi. He then performs a juggling shot to score Blue Lock's first goal. This is where things turn around for Isagi. He gets hyped up after seeing the Blue Lock offense work, and starts passing more between the U-20 members besides Sae. He learns how to move fast and controls the field with all the variables present instead of just waiting for Sae's pass in front of the goal. He sets up Sendo to get wide open for Sae to feed him. Sendo then scores a goal as a reply to Nagi's goal. It's after this that the three arrows play with Chigiri happens and Blue Lock scores again with Rin finishing the goal. First half ends tied 2-2. Sae sees potential within the team, especially with their rising chemistry, and doesn't try to leave like in the manga. At this point, Ryu will get subbed out for Baru strictly to devour Isagi. Isagi proceeds to get double marked by Baru, and Nico tries to rework his game plan. But during this time, Baru randomly decides to go offense and tries to score for himself despite being in a defensive position. In the chaos, Baru charges forward and gets past Aiku to score his own goal. Blue Lock ends up leading 3-2. Sae starts to get a bit more serious. He just starts dribbling through the whole field, getting past everyone. Rin falls back to deal with his passes to Isagi. As Isagi is about to receive a pass after evading Rin, the pass gets intercepted by Baru and he charges once again to the other side of the field. Aiku enters his flow state and he shuts down Baru. The rest of the U-20 team takes advantage as Sae leads the charge. With Sae going head to head with his brother, Rin, who is not in his flow state, gets dribbled past by his brother. He gets frustrated by his playstyle, so he tries charging towards him one more time. However, with nobody else open and with little time remaining, Isagi calls for the ball while he is being marked by Nico. Sae passes it slightly to the right, and Isagi sees it coming, so he uses Nico's blind spot and shifts to the right to get enough room to get a good shot. It's tied 3-3, and Rin is furious, but he doesn't have Isagi to give him the last push needed for an awakening. However, extra time has been given, and Ryo does a lob pass to the front in order to get a quick goal. Chigiri runs through and keeps the ball. As he runs closer to the goal, he shoots, but Isagi was in the perfect position to disrupt Chigiri's shot, and it bounces off the post. However, it lands within Kunigami's range, who has been quiet most of the game, and he scores the game-winning goal against Japan's U-20. This would lead to Kunigami becoming the football superhero that he wanted to be. Isagi is frustrated as he did everything that he could to win, but Sae approaches him and tells him that he played really well and has potential. This would lead to Rin and Sae's storyline being unfinished. As we get into the Neo Egoist League arc, Shido would then make his return. Shido would be playing under Bastard Munchen, and Kunigami would be playing for PXG instead. Now, would Shido actually even consider entering the wildcard if it meant going against his ego? As we can see in this panel from chapter 94, he states that people who can't destroy themselves can never create explosions. Because of his loss to Kunigami, he strives to level up and create a better story for himself. He wouldn't give up his entire ego towards the project, but would participate in order to have a bigger arsenal and destroy Kunigami. He would have notably stronger physical strength and ambidexterity. Shido would be able to perform even more jaw-dropping shots with these weapons, even if they would seem impossible, but that doesn't really seem to exist in his vocabulary. He gets excited after hearing about Kunigami's game-winning goal against U-20, and looks forward to having a rematch with Kunigami. What do you think would have happened if Sae Itoshi chose Isagi instead of Shido? And if you have any scenarios that you would want me to cover, let me know down in the comments. Do you think that the Ubers will beat Isagi and Bastard Munchen? Check this video out right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. Thank you for watching!